Chapter 8 is the moment after the storm. Not the moment before, not the moment during, but the moment when everything finally settles. And you're standing in the silence trying to figure out what's next. The flood is still real, the damage is still all around, but the first line says something we cannot skip. God remembered Noah. And after that, God separates everything again, just like Genesis 1. And the ark comes to rest on the mountains of Ararat in Turkey. After another 40 days, Noah opens the window he had made. When he opens it, he sends out a raven. You should ask yourself, why a raven? Ravens are scavengers. They can eat off dead flesh, land on floating debris, survive around death and decay. After the flood, the world was still full of death. So the raven flies back and forth until the waters are finally dried up on the earth. Then Noah sends out a dove. But doves aren't ravens. A raven can survive in that environment without needing dry land or fresh vegetation. A dove can't. Noah starts with a bird that can survive in between conditions. The raven could survive the aftermath. The dove needed a world ready for life. So the dove goes out, but finds no place to rest the sole of her foot. She returns. Noah waits again, patience, and sends the dove out a second time. This time she comes back with a fresh olive leaf. Why an olive leaf? Olive trees are hard to kill. They can survive long periods underwater. They regrow from damaged roots. They don't need perfect conditions to live. If anything was going to show signs of life after judgment, it will be something like an olive tree. So the dove doesn't bring back anything mystical, she brings back evidence. The ground can support life again. But Noah still doesn't step out of the ark. He waits. He sends out the dove again, and this time she doesn't return. Now Noah knows the world is ready, but he still doesn't move until God commands it. Just like Genesis 1, God commands, and it was so. Noah steps out the ark, builds an altar, and offer back to God the life he still has. The world around him is new. His situation is uncertain, but his first move isn't panic, it's worship. And that's when God speaks again. Not during a storm, not while the waters were rising, but after Noah obeys in the quiet. God promises he'll never wipe the earth like this again. Seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter. The rhythm of life will continue because God chooses to hold back judgment and give humanity room to start over. Chapter 8 reminds us that surviving isn't the finish line. Responding to God after survival, that is where the real faith shows up. Noah walked out of the ark into a completely changed world and trusted God enough to begin again. That's the weight of chapter 8.